everybody. Xanthan here. So, as I said, figures, as soon as we start making some leeway, I get my hand hit with a crowbar by a patient and the ER. It's great. Anyway, so here's my audio solution. Yeah, I know. And Josh, Jake, Rich, everybody, I appreciate that you guys want to help me personally, and that means a lot. Thank you. So, yeah, I completely agree. Sith is an all-banned word from Tacho and most other Sith sites, namely Force. But I'm not asking for Tacho to accept Sith from UJSO. Okay? That's never going to be a possibility. Unless something radical changes. Right now, that's not a possibility. Let's just put it that way. What we're suggesting and hoping that would work is using it as a training academy and just kind of like a sorting pile. So like it said, people come and just like using Becky as an example, you know, she started out doing Jedi training, found out she was a Sith, and now is hardcore, that's what she is, and everything else like that. And it does. It causes a huge dramatastic, well, you guys know exactly what I mean. It sucks. And that's not something that we want to happen to any Jedi site. And the same thing has happened on a couple of Sith sites that I have heard about. You know, people realizing they're Jedi trying to keep going with the people that they know there because, you know, they know them and want to do that kind of thing with it. And sometimes, yeah, it causes horrible drama. So, yes. Speaking of Becky, your thing of, you know, will she come back and just start causing stuff? Well, she's already been replaced. Our new Darkest Lord, or whatever, the Sith instead of in charge of the Sith portion of the training, there is the name of Koval. He's so far been very accommodating, helpful, and has no wishes to, you know, invade touch or whatever, but he's dedicated to the UJSO principle of cooperative interaction between Jedi and Sith toward a further goal of peace. Because one of the things that I realized is, you know, Jedi and Sith is almost like a holy war, and nobody wants a holy war. Well, I mean, I can't say absolutely nobody. We don't want a holy war. Pretty sure you guys don't want a holy war. And, yeah, that's kind of what the, you know, revamped principle of UJSO is to, you know, be that sorting board to give people, you know, the exposure to the principles and everything else, to say, you know, this is what, you know, this is and this is, just lay it out black and white. And then as people go through the basic parts of the training, along with a couple personality and aptitude tests, you know, we can kind of say, well, we're working on developing the exact kind of like criteria and stuff that people would kind of have to fit before we recommend them. But it's pretty much going to say, you're kind of acting toward Sith tendencies, you're kind of acting toward Jedi tendencies, and here are a list of groups that we think you'll fit in best with. And if someone chooses Tacho, we'll send along our recommendation and their graduation form from the program. Anyway, but I digress. Back to Becky's thing. Let's say that she tries to rear her proverbial, you know, drama llama. Let's just, for a minute, say that that's something that's going to happen. Now, having spoken to her myself, I really don't think that that's something going to happen. She doesn't want any more stuff to go wrong between us than John does, or you guys. But let's say something does, for sake of argument. Well, like I said in the previous post, that's disturbing the peace. And peace is something that I worked very, very hard for, and as part of the Constitution of UJSO, is punishable by expulsion. It is a rather high crime, if you want to use that lingo. It's a high offense. It's a better term. And it will be something that's brought before as conduct unbecoming as well. So, to answer your question, Josh, if she even tries, or if anybody even tries to sabotage this in any way, they will be brought before the council, and if they are found to be in serious breach, they'll be asked to leave. So, don't ask, don't tell policy. I don't really think that's going to work, and I don't think it needs to happen with what I have proposed. And again, I'm fully willing to eat the humble pie and everything. I don't think I'm going to bathe in the humble pie because I think it's sticky, but you know what I mean. I'll eat some. So, yeah. As for needing more info, well, bud, that's why I came to you at this time. Because I have a new site going up, because the old one's riddled with a whole bunch of, I don't even want to get into that because it almost gives me a migraine. But as far as needing more info, I have a basic set. I have a mission. I have a Jedi code that we're doing. I have the Sith code that we're doing. As far as the information and the how it's going to work, well, again, that's why I came to you at this specific time, because that is still being made policy. There's nothing in stone yet. And the reason why I say it's specific to this time is that with this liquid right now, we can make it is more pliable. It's not the already set in stone stuff like the Constitution of our site. It's right there. But here's a quick overview to get you kind of up to speed. UJSO mission statement, in summary, says unified, peaceful learning for all. Now, unified, of course, meaning Jedi and Sith can come there and learn the basic principles of the Force, and hopefully one day we can be a full up to Master Training Center. Which, we will, but I don't know whether or not it's going to be recognized by everybody. Anyway, starting off, it's going to have a class, just like Tatcha. Well, not just like, but mostly like. And members will sign up, fill out a Jedi application, a Force Adept application, and start the classes. First thing is going to be I think it was either a 100 or 200 personality and aptitude test. Not necessarily, do you know this much about the Force or anything, but it brings out more of the, are you willing to work for peace? Are you willing to do this, that, and the other thing? People that would make, good ambassadors of peace and other various things. Because, as far as I'm concerned, they need to be able to live what we're teaching. And if they don't wish to, well, that's their own deal. And I'm guessing it's the same stuff that goes on here in Tatcha. Now, that being said, the rest of the training courses will cover basically the Force 101, the basic philosophy and the basic teachings of the universe there. After that will come some of the more advanced teachings of meditation practices, and then there'll be a series of tests that will be designed to see what the student has learned and how they use this in real life. There's also a lot of real-world applications that we're going to make sure are done before they pass the test, because if you're going to do it, you might as well do it through and through. So, hold on. I gotta make YouTube's only gonna let me go for 10 minutes. Let me start another recording. Hold on.